imagine having a contract to supply air, not oxygen cylinders or carbon dioxide fire extinguishers, no wananchi. I speak of the God-given free air. That is precisely what one family from Naivasha dared to supply to the National Youth Service, the esteemed NYS, between 2015 and 2018. And what's even more outstanding, they were paid for it. Follow us in today's episode as we take you through the journey, the path our very intelligent government used to purchase the God-given free air for a whopping 1 billion Kenya shillings. This is Financial Crimes. I'm your host, Jeff Kafka. The year was 2018 Wananchi, when the script of the NYS H2 would be rewritten and executed. Oh, what a cast they assembled, a cast of the mighty and high, the puppeteers of this grand scheme. Miss Lillian Mbogo Omolo, the former PS for Public Service. Mr. Richard Dubai, the then NYS director. These were the faces that orchestrated the grand symphony of deception. But they were not alone. Oh no, the banks were complicit too. KCB, Equity, Standard Chartered, DTB, and Coopbank. They breached the Proceeds of Crime and Money Laundering Act of 2012. They failed to report suspicious transactions as required by the law. And what did they do? They allowed individuals to withdraw vast sums of cash, as much as 200 million shillings in one transaction. This, my friends, is in direct violation of the banking rules. The colluding banks were fined, yes, fined by the Central Bank of Kenya. But was justice truly served? I leave that for you to ponder. But let us not forget the Ngiritas, the pawns in this wicked game. They too played their part, their alleged part. The air suppliers. How fitting. These masterminds, how lazy they were. Instead of spinning an intricate web of deceit, they took the path of least resistance, overquoting prices on procurement of basic items, wananchi. Can you believe it? One farm supplied 200 tiles at a cost of 1,000 shillings per tile. Another farm was paid a staggering 100 million shillings for supplying 100 car tires. That is 1 million shillings per tire, wananchi. Another farm received 40 million shillings for having supplied 3,000 blankets. That translates to 13,000 shillings per piece. And there were many more farms receiving tenders to supply basic and unimportant things at inflated prices. But the Ngiritas, the Ngiritas, they took the crown. It was alleged, my dear Mwananchi, that they supplied air worth close to 1 billion shillings. Can you fathom the audacity, the sheer audacity? The Ngirita family, there was Lucy, there was Anne, there was Phyllis, and there was Kishini. They became the face of this scandal. Their lives were laid bare for all to see. They were the mere pawns, only benefiting from 5% of the loot. But on second thought, 5% was a big sum. After the scam came to light in 2018, Kenyans were incensed by the blatant spree at which the scam was left to run. But for comic relief, they witnessed as the Ngiritas starred in their own reality show, Keeping Up with the Ngiritas. 5% of 10 billion shillings was a fortune, a life-changing amount of money. But let us not forget that it was all proceeds of crime. Lucy Ngirita, the mother, She got the biggest share, 317 million, through her companies Kunziwa Enterprise and Giwako Enterprise. Anne, the Slay Queen, who was a mother of one, is said to have pocketed 59 million shillings. Phyllis, whose child attended Pembroke School in Gilgil, received a total of 57 million shillings through her company Waluko Investments between November 2015 and June 2017, while the son, Jeremiah Gishini, through Jericho the Enterprise, received 87 million shillings between 2015 and 2018. So the Ngiritas embarked on a spending spree, buying prime property all over Kenya, Naivasha, Kitale, Nakuru. They flaunted their ill-gotten wealth, changing neighborhoods, changing friends, living a life of luxury, driving fuel guzzlers, and taking their kids to expensive international schools where fees per term was a whopping 700,000 shillings. But we would also witness the consequences of them being pawns and at the end of the money trail. In the court's relentless gaze, young Anne Ngiritas stood, cameras focused on her, eyes captivated by her allure, her visage adorned with makeup, a beauty mark on her lip, and eyebrows carefully drawn. Each passing day, a new wig graced her head, a testament, they said, that money can buy beauty's thread. But behind the facade, beneath the glamorous guise, lay the truth of ill-gotten wealth and deceitful lies. Phyllis Ngirita, the elder sister, struggled to comprehend how could the spoils of their scheme be ripped from their hands. She couldn't fathom the confiscation of their loot. Her child, once in a prestigious school, reduced to a destitute. The graduate of education in a German-taught school faded away, leaving bitterness in its trace. Phyllis grappled with the harsh reality she faced. Her child will now become a chokora.
Ngiritas wanatolewa ka sacrifice. Na mimi naomba kabisa President asikie hii maneno kwa sababu mtoto wangu ako class 7, mtoto amekuwa chokora. Nilikuwa naweza kujitafutia.
According to her words, Lucy, the silent mother, dwelled in pensive thought, reflecting on a life that could have been if she had not been caught. Once a successful businesswoman, she had thrived, selling cereals, supplying foodstuff. Her dreams were lived. But alas, the masterminds preyed on her meekness, exploiting her accounts, leaving her in bleakness. The money trail led straight to her door, and there it ended, leaving her spirit sore. Oh, the tangled webs spun by those of deceit. A mother, a sister, a daughter, and a son, all in retreat, their lives forever altered, their dreams shattered, victims of their own choices, their worlds tattered. For when we dance with darkness, with shadows we flirt, the consequences unfold, leaving hearts deeply hurt. May the story serve as a solemn refrain, to steer clear of temptation, of ill-gotten gain. And like all graft masters before her, Anne would try her hand in politics. She had stashed enough for the upcoming elections of 2022, and she used the media coverage as her publicity tool. She'd seek nomination for the women rep seat for Nakuru County, but her scandal was too hot for even the party officials to handle. Perhaps she will try next time. And what of the former PS, Ms. Lillian Bogo-Molo, who later sued the Ministry of Public Service and Gender? She claimed unfair removal from office after the corruption scandal. But thanks to the court, because you know what happened? The court awarded her 1 shilling in damages instead of the millions that she had sought. But still with a loot stashed for the campaigns, she would later try for the 2022 Embu senatorial seat on a Jubilee ticket, but on a losing effort. But fear not, wananchi, for justice shall one day prevail, even if it may be delayed. The unseen hands that manipulate economies, topple nations, and shatter lives shall be exposed. We shall delve further into the depths of financial crimes, shedding light on the darkest corners. So join us next time as we delve further into the depths of financial crimes, exposing the unseen hands that shatter our lives. Until then, stay vigilant, for the web of deceit knows no bounds. Signing out, I'm Jeff Kafka.